ACB. Another Pat. What? Are you high? Another cannabis stock. And this time we got ACB. Aurora Cannabis Inc. I got that on the TSX. I think there's an over-the-counter version for the States, United States. And don't have a lot of candles. This is my monthly candle chart. Always do that first. See where the trend is. Higher trend, higher time frame. Multi-time frame analysis. It's one of Stan Weinstein's tenets. And we'll apply that before we go do stage analysis on the weekly. And what do we have here, guys? Look at that. Man, the stock's volatile. These things were sleeping for a while. Got a lot of attention. And not the attention we're getting today. This was back in November, man, 2017. So October, this thing was sleeping. And then it broke out right here. Look at that. In October, monthly candle close. That was the start of it. Look at that nice range. 1 year. Breakout. Explode. And then just crazy. Calm down. Sideways move. Oof. Big sign here. Don't want that. Close below 12-month moving average. And now we're above. So the August candle is really deep. Dig deep, eh? They came back, close above. So that's sideways move. That's consolidation. It's stage 3. The 12-month moving average is still going upwards, but you want to stay on the sideline until you close above the 12-month moving average. And it's going to happen probably in the next few days. That's why we're going to drill down on the weekly. And with the weekly, we'll be able to... What? On the weekly, we'll be able to see that details. See the monthly as a big ship that's hard to turn. But once it gets rolling, you really get that momentum month after month. 12-month moving average, nice long trend. And here, if you want to see the detail of this starting to turn, well, you have to go down on the weekly. It's going to give you that detail. Am I starting to turn? Am I starting to have a stage 2 here? And that you'll be able to see to fine-tune your entry, guys. And if ever we get a close here on the monthly, this is our next resistance, where we could have probably pullbacks that we'll see on the weekly. It is right here. Close above 930, 940, and that measured move will bring me up all the way high here. And I love that symmetry, patterns, giving targets, making bigger patterns. And if you don't let yourself fooled by the chart, how it shows up in your software, it always tries to stretch out the price action, right? So it looks, the highs, when it's up here, the price action, then you think, it can't go higher, it can only go down. And if the price action is closed here, say it could only go up, squish it, have fun. It doesn't change anything. Measured move is a measured move. What you think is a big move, well, over time, candles could get bigger and bigger, and what you think is a top, then, see, it could be like that. There's no reason why this isn't valid. So just make sure about that emotional aspect of how the chart's playing with your brain. And this target here, if we get to 1180, and the bigger target is going to bring us all the way to 1670. So that's my imagination how it could be for the upward scenario. And right now, that's what we're going to look at since the 12-month moving average is still going upwards. Okay, let's zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom. Stage 2. Stage 3, because we're below 30-week moving average. And you could even see it here. You're not green anymore. That means the price action is below 30-week moving average, or the 30-week moving average is declining, or you're underperforming the SPX. Stage 3, some signs of stage 2, not quite making it. Stage 4, stage 4. And yeah, definite stage 4, but the stage 4 is over or back into a stage 3. And this, it resembles some of the other cannabis stock I've been doing recently. Those embryonic breakouts of these bases here. on high volume, twice average volume of the previous 4 weeks. You don't want to play that yet. Remember, look, you're outperforming the SPX, but you're still not green. Why? Because the price action is not above the 30-week average yet, and it's not inclining. You want to make sure it's inclining. You want trend to be in your favor. Remember, before the trend goes down and the price action goes down or goes up, the 30-week moving average, if the 30-week average is going upwards before it goes down, then you need a lot of price action below. Then the 30-week average starts flattening it. And after that, a lot more price action below, and then it starts going down. So if you're entering the stock and it's already going down, it's the inverse that's going to happen. You're going to need a lot of price action above for the price action to go back up. So that's the premise of all trend following systems, is all the effort you need to change a trend. You're just risking a lot more than if it's already in your favor and the price action is above your trend line, your 3-week average going up. Then you need a lot less positive energy for it to keep going up since it's already going up. Whew, that makes sense. Not even sure sometimes. So we're very close, guys. All we have to do is break through this Ichimoku cloud. We have this monthly defined breakout line right here, which I kept, the 940. A close above that would be awesome. Here's a weekly defined breakout line. You could go check on badcharts.com in my how-to. I have some explanations, some tutorials on why there's different resistance from different time frames and how I call them invisible resistance or invisible support. Because since they're defined on higher time frames or different time frames, you won't see them on the time frame you're dealing with. So you have to go to the higher time frame, define it, leave that line there, zoom in on your time frame that you want to trade, and then you could expect pullbacks at those levels. You could expect maybe price action to sink through, but at the end of the month, expect it to sink back within those levels. And helping you expect these things, you'll land less on emotional landmines. If you expect it, you're going to say, it's normal. You won't be squimmering around forums trying to find explanations why the price action didn't go in your favor. You'll understand a little bit of what's happening underneath. So ideally, a close above 10 for that weekly define on high volume. It'd be that secondary breakout, which I always look for. Never play the first one. Wait for the second one. Close above candle here. Twice average volume of the previous 4 weeks. Maybe that's a little high. And look, I love it. When we're under zero or close, bouncing off, going high, you get that swing effect, that slingshot going upwards. And that's when you continue. That's when you reach that target here. Maybe pull back on low volume. That's when you go and reach these bigger targets here. What's pretty cool is the week's almost over, and see that pullback? Low volume. That's what you want. Bursts on high volume in your direction, pullbacks on low volume. And looking pretty good, the ACB. It's not overexposed, maybe like weed or I forget the other ones. Go check in the past week. I did a few. But you're still ahead of the curve on this one. Let the market decide what it's going to do with cannabis stocks. The sector is good. Healthcare is good. The industry. All you have to do now is just be patient with these ones. All right? All right, guys. That's it. Short one. Enjoy. All right. Ciao.